Shalom, friends, lovers of freedom, lovers of the Bible, lovers of God, lovers of Israel. Thank you for standing strong. And I ask myself sometimes, why are there so many times of testing always happening? Testing of resilience, testing of our stamina, testing of our faith. And I remember asking, and I got an answer. And the answer is, what'd you think it was going to be? A vacation? No, soldiers train for the mission, then you're in the battle. Same thing with people of faith. You're training in the Spirit, then you're in the mission. You know, one day you'll get to rest. One day you'll get the vacation, but that isn't promised us. Vacation. We're not people of vacation. We're people of command. We're people that follow our great commander. And so, you know, U.S. Central Command has arrived. You probably know nuclear-powered submarine JAS has arrived here. More deterrence. We're all looking at that Lebanon border, but guess what? It's happening. I mean, they're bombing us like crazy. We're retaliating to the Hezbollah in Lebanon. It has begun. Whether or not they've shot every single missile they have at us, we are seeing that this deterrence of the United States isn't just for no reason, but things are happening. A lot of things behind the scenes. Yes, the Army, IDF has entered now the Shifa hospital, and you know the hostages that we have rescued. Those you know about already, and you know. There are things we haven't shown yet and can't show. Some of the tunnels that we've been able to find, some of the hiding places, some of the explosives, some of the equipment that they have. They came extremely well prepared, obviously way beyond what we thought that they'd have, so well supplied. But we have been able to dismantle and blow up and eliminate and destroy some of their command centers, which has been such a victory, such a strength, such a shout in the camp here in the IDF, seeing that their command centers are being blown to smithereens. But you look at the goals they have, right? And our goal is always peace. We want peace with our neighbors. We want the Abraham Accords to continue and grow. And we want to see each of us to have a home of our own for our family. And so we push for that. But you see what they push for is the opposite. More and more and more miles of tunnel. More and more, they built a swimming pool. They built a swimming pool near, we're like, they want to live a life and have a swimming pool. But no, that was just, and then they covered it. That was a opening. That was an area being used to launch rockets. Their goal is different than our goal. You know, their mind thinks different than our mind, and it's just interesting. We go by there. Our Combat Engineer Corps goes there. RPG shoots. I wasn't there at that time, but shoots one of the APVs, and the commander's leg blows off. And then second in command, that's a friend. He goes and takes command. And they battle it out, and they survive. But there's so many stories of people getting shot, of our people, but yet being able to persevere and see the mission through. It's amazing. And then on the home front, of course, as you know, Kiryat Shmona, they're saying right now, anyone who's left in the city, evacuate. This war is about to get so real with Hezbollah terror group. Get out of Kiryat Shmona, giant town in the north. You start leaving Metula. You know, and but it's just been amazing to see the turn, I think, in the battle as these big tunnels, as we've been able to blow some big tunnels. And bigger they come, the harder they fall. And either you want change or you want comfort. You can't have both. A quote, and I love that quote. We have to be able to see this through. We're praying for the innocents to not be hurt. We're trying our best to make sure that no innocents are hurt. Strong, overcome their opponents. The mighty crush their opponents. The shrewd outwit their opponents. The cowardly hide from their opponents. But the wise transcend them. That is what we need to do. We need to be able to transcend this whole situation so we'll not return. We don't want to Band-Aid it. You don't want to just Band-Aid something. Fate whispers to the warrior, "You will not withstand the storm," says Fate. And the warrior whispers back, "I am the storm." No one likes a warrior, right? Until the enemy's right at your door. And I know there's people who are seeking God now in this time, all throughout Israel, throughout the whole country. Times of waves and waves of information, and it's not just the mine field, it's the mind field, And we have to be sure that the IEDs, the explosions, don't take us out, even in our mind. And so encourage yourself in these words. Psalms 27, I would have lost heart unless I believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage, and he will strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And we're waiting to see his victory. We're believing that we will see his victory. And people are entering into prayer. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of rabbis and Christians that are right now gathering for a national day of prayer. Many are gathering in the great synagogue in Jerusalem. Will you gather and stand together with us in prayer wherever you are right now in the world? Will you lift up the situation for the Lord? There's a lot of innocents in harm's way everywhere. All the sons and daughters of Abraham, pray for the victory of the house of the righteous here in Israel and in the camps of the enemy, in Hamas camps, confusion, and that they would be destroyed from the face of the earth. Pray for protection for the IDF, for us guys. Like I just told you about a commander's leg getting blown off from the Combat Engineer Corps. Pray that the Hamas terrorists in Gaza are defeated once and for all, that they don't escape to the south, they don't escape out to Egypt, they don't escape. Pray for protection over even the Arabs and the Jews, every civilian that's anywhere around. Pray for their protection, and that God will keep Hezbollah from engaging anymore. Keep them down, shut them down. Oh God, shut them down. Pray for supernatural openness of hearts to a move of God in this time. I believe that all this is part of a great redemption that's going to come, and for really Jewish people to be protected in the United States, in Canada, in UK, all over the world. Protection from a spirit of Amalek, from anti-Semitism, from a Hitler-like spirit going across the globe. Protect them. And for the believers to take a stand to support the people of the Bible, the land of the Bible, and stand in the gap for the rescue of these who are in the clutches of evil right now, the hostages, that they'll come back home. And so I love just all that you've been able to give. Thank you for being able to help me and us to help these heroes on the front line. They were so pleased to know their life may be spared through this equipment. I know that the good will win over evil. Thank you for standing in the gap with us right now. We're seeing such a unity right now in Israel, even of Arabs and Jews standing together. My Arab friend called me up and he's like, are you okay? I'm praying for you. My other Arab friend called me up, said, hey, we stand together. My other Arabic friend said, please be safe out there. So thank you for also standing in unity for what's right, for speaking up on behalf of Israel, because it's the right thing to do.